So I think today in the year 2023, we've basically gotten to a point that if you go to youtube.com, you are guaranteed to see a picture of MrBeast's face somewhere on the homepage.
Surely that's not true. Let me check.
MrBeast 6000.
Oh. So, my first thought when Unnecessary Inventions made his video about adding MrBeast to every thumbnail, link down below, was, how can I automate this? My vacation was starting, and I had just spent the last year learning JavaScript at school. Making a browser extension seemed like the perfect project for my free time. I had mainly worked with P5.js, a simplified version of JavaScript, but I figured I was up to the task. With liberal usage of ChatGPT, of course. And now, not even 24 hours later, here I am with the finished product. As of writing this video, the extension review process is yet to be completed, but by the time this video goes live, the extensions will be available. I'll include links in the video description to all extension pages. We'll talk about the development process later, but first I'll show you what the extension does and where you can get it. Downloading is pretty straightforward. Just look for MrBeastify on the Firefox, Chrome, or Edge extension page, or click the links below. Now switch over to YouTube and watch the chaos unfold, as MrBeast is added to every single YouTube thumbnail. This might seem a bit excessive, but YouTubers have been adding MrBeast to their thumbnails for a while now, so I guess I'm just simplifying things for them. In development, my first step was to ask ChatGPT for guidance on designing this browser extension. Its initial suggestion was to fetch the YouTube thumbnail from the YouTube API, then add MrBeast onto the thumbnail and replace the original image altogether. However, this proved to be more trouble than it was worth, given that the YouTube API, like most APIs, isn't the easiest to work with. This method also involved a lot of steps that turned out to be unnecessary. My second idea, which I came up with myself, was to paste a new HTML element over the existing one, with MrBeast as an image. This approach had its challenges, as it's quite inconsistent which HTML elements serve as thumbnails. The tag #thumbnails wasn't sufficient, since logos and other images sometimes use this tag as well. Big thanks to YouTube for that. Eventually, I settled on the tag img.yt-core-image, which thankfully worked well enough. Once an element to append was selected, the next step was to choose a random image overlay. I created a variety of 31 images to choose from and designed a simple custom function that would randomly select one of these images, taking into account browser compatibility issues. After this, I had to create an HTML element and insert it where it should be. I let ChatGPT handle this, since I don't have a clue what I was doing most of the time. With some trial and error, I managed to get this working fine too. I then did some additional work, such as having the function run every 10th of a second, creating a list of thumbnails that were already processed, flipping the image 25% of the time, and adding an Easter egg or two. After some testing and the very tedious task of editing the manifest.json file to comply with Chrome standards, the extension was finally compatible with Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. After uploading my add-on to both the Firefox and Edge store and paying Google $5 for literally no reason, it was also available on their store. Thanks, Google. Now you can check out my extension for free. The source code is publicly available on GitHub. It's a bit rough around the edges, and you'll need to do some file renaming if you want the extension to be compatible with Chrome, but apart from that, it's all there for you to access and freely edit. This might be the most pointless project I've ever worked on, but I hope it brings you some joy. Try it out and get a little surprise every time you open YouTube.